And a few days ago, when I was watching in United States extreme rainfall situations, and there was actually no proper planning regarding what should be the water channel to remove the excess water, then I was very much conscious about the other countries and other cities who is extremely belonging the seasides and the coastal areas, and also they are facing extreme rainfall scenario. If the rain becomes the disaster, then what should be the strategy? And I was very much concerned about these kinds of things because we have limited time of resources, we have limited times of thinking. By the end of 2100, more than 100 countries will face more than 1 meter of sea level rise, which is extremely disaster. For a time period of a situation in a month, more than a percentage of 55% above of rainfall will happen, which causes may become extreme flood situations. Sometimes its waterlogging situation is completely damaged. But the thing is that a city, a country belongs to happiness, a country belongs to history, a country belongs to tradition, the culture, but is already has structured something more special regarding which create a massive ideology for upcoming generations, upcoming developed countries, and also the upcoming future. That what should be the planning when we are talking about the to save our sea beautiful cities from the extreme rainfall, extreme flood situation, and extreme sea level. I'm going to discuss about Copenhagen, which is one of the most finest city in the world, but they are thinking something more bigger. They already started, they are planning to design the first sponge city in the world, which is a massive plan, which is just not only a plan, which is does not only a structure, which is doesn't just not only a policy. It's about a message to the world that this is the time to think, this is the time to think both the purpose of color like green and blue. We all know green belongs to the trees and other parts, and blue also belongs to the aqua parts, the rivers, river parts, and they are actually have started their design of making a small city, which will be beneficiary for them by 2100. We all know they have facing sea level issues. They are facing sea level crisis. They are also facing heavy rainfall situations, which is unusual rainfalls for some kinds of the changing drama of weather. But the thing is that this is the time to discussions about Denmark's capital, about Copenhagen, what actually they have planned. First of all, the very first things that what should be the strategy in very first scenario, that is there should be an open space, because when it's time to make a fight for the flat situation, coastal situations, extreme sea level rise, there should be a proper channel of water, that there should be flow in a proper space, and which not only disrupt the crisis of humanity on the lifestyles, that should be the maintained. And they are making the plan that there should be a proper strategy and structure for the people who are actually in the crisis, and they have maintained their structure for open space for the water, for trees, and they have started to build the parks. And extreme important, the iconic view of their dams, which is very very important, and their city has become a structure, a new generation identity, which is very important. This is not only their new structure; they already planned in a very few days. But the thing is that the thing is that they have just tried to implicate very soon. The main thing which is actually they are to face this kinds of situation, that is cloudburst, which is very very important. And we all know that already in the global south, cloudburst create a massive storm for a country like India, Bangla, country like Nepal, other countries, China also facing this kinds of scenario, and also many developed countries actually thinking what should be the planning using technology to catch up the cloudburst parameters. That there should be a proper structure to save the lives, because we all know in Himalaya, in a few days ago in India, there are extreme cloudburst scenario in Uttarkashi, Uttarakhand, and the scenario was completely destroyed. Is more than 200 people have no identity because they are already lost in communications for the this kind of extreme scenario. And Copenhagen has actually planned, which is the free and open space for the greens and for the rivers and sea level issues, because they know that the sea level rising is increasing. There should be a proper plan to water channel, which I already mentioned. There should be proper green infrastructure. When you're talking about the green infrastructure, this is the park, something belongs to the green ideologies, green freeze, open space parks, open space areas, which is only for the greens. There will be no activities of the infrastructure. There will be no activities of business purpose. There will be no activities for the public gathering and other things. They can gather, but the thing is that there are places only for the green. And there is also the planning for the blue infrastructure. The same thing is that the blue, when we are talking about the blue infrastructure, this is sea level structure and the sea level scenario. What should be the particular thinking, that what should the particular channel to remove the excess water at the time of sea level rise, at the time of unusual rainfall and unusual floods? And they are making this kind of scenario, and that there should be a proper process, there should be proper plans to remove the excess water by using proper structure on the particular proper lanes, or for water, particularly water, to remove the excess water. That another thing is definitely the flood management. With the using of technology, with the using of dams, with the is what actually we all watch that Japan has made a wonderful wall of to protect the country from the tsunami issues and the extreme flood scenario. And we all know at the time of climate disaster, it becomes a dangerous structure for this kind of purpose. And same thing, and the same structure, on the same purpose, we all know there are sea level rise, and the Copenhagen scenario is like similar. So if there is a chances of above or more than 10 centimeter, that should be the dangerous for the Copenhagen. So they are thinking that by 2100, it should reach more than 1 meter, and it should be dangerous for the scenario. They have started planning before 75 years. And that is the exceptional ideology. And they are maintaining their re-engineering structures with the buildings, with the infrastructure, with the office areas, with the schools, colleges, hospitals, and they are making proper engineering and architecture designs to remove the water scenario, to protect the water management bodies, to protect the other areas and people lives. That is an extremely talented scenario on the particular at present on Copenhagen's purpose. And this is the sponge city. Why this is selling the sponge city? Because we all know sponge has the power to control the water instantly. So this is the actual purpose, that they know this is policy of green management and blue management. If they have planned the particular proper structure on the green management and blue management, it can solve the water which is actually happening in the worldwide crisis, from the sea level issues, from the flood crisis, from the extreme cloudburst, from the unusual rainfalls. So this all can protect from these particular policies, particular structure and infrastructure. And their plan has been started, and it will complete very fast. And they are going to be a bigger purpose on the making this country for more space for green, for more space for water, for more space for water channel policy, because it's about 7 lakhs people. But the thing is that there should be a proper structure and proper planning for the upcoming generations and upcoming days. And this is the mission they have started. And we all know this is sponge city ideology. Already they have gained a lot of information, a lot of knowledge from China, because China has already structured this kind of scenario, an extreme dam, which is very, very important to control the flood situations. China has already planned this kinds of ideologies. But when another countries in Europe, another countries is this country belongs to this kinds of scenario, Denmark is very, very happy country. And we all know that Copenhagen is one of the most happiest capital city in the world. They are creating more happiness with the green infrastructure, with the particular structure of blue ideology, and it already maintained that this is the structure we are going to follow, and this kinds of education they are promoting with their own community, that is exceptional. So the world is going on this kinds of policy. These small ideologies can make a bigger purpose, can make a bigger strategy for upcoming days. Thank you.